Good morning, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tom, and today we're going to look at our rescued group of box turtles. Now, I can't take credit for this rescue. This is all my friend Dave Mifsud. Dave lives up in Michigan, and he is a king when it comes to turtles. He has his own business looking at reptiles and amphibians and helping them in Michigan, so he doesn't post a lot to social media. But he helps so many of us, and many of the animals you see us working with are from Dave. He rescued this group that I have now. They each have different stories, but take a look at the previous videos. You'll see a little bit more about them, but today I'm going to catch you up on where they are. If you're familiar with the channel, you've seen the video where we build this 4 by 16 feet enclosure. It's working out quite well, but you notice I haven't built a lid. Eventually I want to put a nice big pond or stream down here. Just haven't gotten to that, and I think that is going to be a 2023 project. And as far as the lid goes, what I've been doing is putting them in our shed right here every night, and we'll actually get them out today. But I do want to take a little tour of the enclosure so you can see what we've done and how they're using it. Then we'll put them in and maybe give them a worm and just wake them up for the morning. We're also going to give them a nice soak. Essentially what I've tried to do here is make it like a natural woodland, right? So using sticks and branches that have come down from a giant red oak that we have here. We have a lot of logs left over from the previous homeowner, and so that's what I've tried to do. Now you'll notice this part right here, okay? So one was gravid, and she's been trying to lay. She laid one egg on top of the soil, but and I incubated that, and it did not fare well. I can show you that a little bit later. But she's continually been digging, and I even found 2 crushed eggs in their overnight container. So they haven't settled in right there, and I think the soil, she just reaches a spot where it's too hard. So I think that's part of the problem. But that's why I created this nice soft soil hill. They seem to really pick out those high areas. I've also got a very small water feature here. My brother actually made that some years ago. That's going to need to be replaced by a much bigger shallow pool for them. Lots of sticks, lots of leaves that have just come down. It's raining acorns right now, so that makes it look even more natural. But yeah, here's their setup, and let's wake them up. So today's video is going to be a little bit more like Kenan Harkin style, Camp Kenan. He's really the inspiration for me getting back into turtles, so definite shout out to Camp Kenan. Here's our little pond that we have, little water garden. That's Brody's pond. We have largemouth bass in there too, a little sunfish. And so when my kids actually found Camp Kenan's channel, and boy, I don't think this is gonna reach. They found Kenan's channel, and when I saw it, I was like, holy crap. This guy, he sort of has what I want to do. And I really hadn't been working with reptiles for 20 years. So that was like 2017, I think we found the channel. He was still numbering his episodes. And I was just hooked. And as you know, hingeback tortoises are my main thing. The box turtles are just a great way to expand. It's something I can keep outside. But yeah, I got hooked into hingebacks again, and I've hatched over 50 animals since then. So I'm gonna need to go get a bucket so I can do some water work. I'll be back. I spotted a bucket. So yeah, in 2018 I got back into hingebacks and contacted Dave, who I'd contacted well, he actually reached out to me, I had reached out to him over the years, and man, that bucket's totally nasty, so we need to clean it out. But yeah, you know, I got back into turtles. That's the short story. That's the short of the story, I guess. And you know, what's the big difference between now and then? Like the 1990s when I was really into reptile keeping? It's information, right? We have so much information now compared to what we had back then. You know, all I knew to learn about hingebacks was, you know, just little vignettes in a few books. You know, Reptiles magazine started in the 90s, but yeah, it wasn't. Hingebacks were throwaway pets, right? We see throwaway pets today, although we see more and more people even breeding the throwaway pets. But trying to compare what is a throwaway pet now. They're out there. You know, these clownagamas that are coming in. You're starting to see people breeding those, but those were throwaway pets until very recently. Hingebacks were throwaway pets. They were the cheap pets. It's all I could access. So, you know, that's why I worked with hingebacks. But I never grew out of them, right? I could buy pretty much any tortoise I want right now. Hingebacks are the thing, and thanks to Dave connecting me with Jeremy, we started the Connexus working group with Tyler Brooks. I actually introduced Tyler to Jeremy. I had met Tyler on the Tortoise Forum, and now they are partners in herpetology and reptiles and amphibians and tortoises. So that's kind of the story of how this all came back together. You can kind of see how they, you know, they still go to the corners. They know this is captivity, although you can see our main rescue right there, head up, sort of looking around for bugs and things like that. Anybody else up and around, or did they? Yeah, there's the male right there hiding. So that other small female would be the one. Yep. Sure enough, she went to a spot where I thought they might go, under there. Can you see that? Yep. So, okay, so we filled that up. But what I want to do is give them all a nice soak. And we'll use this bucket. I'm sorry if I was super close to you guys. I just realized I had the lens zoomed out. Or zoomed in, rather. Okay. Sorry to interrupt you in your searching of the new enclosure, but I'm going to give you a bath, a little soak. So what's interesting is that we've got these two animals lived together for 14 years. All wild caught, about the same size. I'm wondering if this is actually a male. See how there's a indent in the plastron right there? I don't know. That's something I got to keep my eye on. Number 8 over here is very similar to the female that had the bad shell rot. I forget her story. She has a bit of kind of a deformed shell there, but not too bad. Hey guys. And I mean, it's just crazy how the sickest one, at least it was, is the most friendly. Now, Dave worked with this animal quite a bit, and you know, maybe that's why it's actually the friendliest. But yeah, guys, soak up. We'll let you soak. Yep, see, they're drinking the water, and we'll touch base in a little bit, or maybe we'll keep watching. Wow, wasn't that cool? Kind of don't want that to end, but let's cut it off there. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and shorts every day during the week and long videos on the weekend. Thanks. Have fun.